भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुलं गयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Sunday morning youth class at Sheshadipuram Center. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, Shlokas 53 to 58. Just read 53, 54. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Brahma Bandhurna Hantavya Brahma Bandhurna Hantavya Atatai Vadarana Atatai Vadarana Mayobhyabhyam Atmarantam Mayobhyabhyam Amnatam Paripahi Anusasanam Paripahi Anusasanam Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Brahma Bandhurna Hantavya Atatai Vadaharanaha Mayobhyam Amnatam Paripahi Anushasana. 54. Kuru Pratishrutam Satyam Kuru Pratishrutam Satyam Yattat Santayata Priyam Yattat Santavyata Priyam Priyam Cha Bhimasenasya Priyam Cha Bhimasenasya Panchalya Mayam Evacha Panchalya Mayam Evacha. Read or
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Brahma Bandhurna Hantavya Atatai Vadaranaha Paripahi Anusasanam Shri Bhagavan Vacha Brahma Bandhurna Hantavya Atatai Vadaranaha Paripahi Anusasanam Shri Bhagavan Vacha Brahma Bandhurna Hantavya हन्तुर्न हन्तव्य आततायि वदारणः
Sri Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Uvacha said, Brahma Bandhuhu, the relative of a Brahmana, Na, not, Antavya, to be killed, Adatayi, the aggressor, Udaranaha, is due to be killed, Maya, by me, Eva, suddenly, Vayam, both, Amnatam, described according to the rulings of the authority, Paripahi, carry out, Anushasanam, rulings, Guru, abide by, Pratishrutam, as promised by, Satyam, truth, Yattat, that which, Santavyata, while pacifying, Priyam, dear wife, Priyam, satisfaction, Cha, also, Bhimasenasya, of Sri Bhimasena, Panchalya, of Mayam, unto me also, Eva, certainly, Cha, and. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of God and Sri Krishna said, friend of a Brahmana is not to be killed, but if he is an aggressor, he must be killed. All these rulings are in the scriptures, and you should act accordingly. You have to fulfill your promise to your wife, and you must also act to the satisfaction of Bhimasena and me. Translation with repetition. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna said, a friend of a Brahmana is not to be killed, but if he is an aggressor, he must be killed. All these rulings are in the scriptures, and you should act accordingly. You have to fulfill your promise to your wife, and you must also act to the satisfaction of Bhimasena and me. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna was perplexed because Ashwatthama was to be killed as well as spared according to different scriptures cited by different persons. As a Brahma Bandhu or a worthless son of a Brahmana, Ashwatthama was not to be killed, but he was at the same time an aggressor also. And according to the rulings of Manu, an aggressor, even though he be a Brahmana, and what to speak of an unworthy son of a Brahmana, he is to be killed. Dronacharya was certainly a Brahmana in the true sense of the term, but because he stood in the battlefield, he was killed. But although Ashwatthama was an aggressor, he stood without any fighting weapons. The ruling is that an aggressor, when he is without weapon or chariot, cannot be killed. All these were certain perplexities. Besides that, Arjuna had to keep the promise he had made before Draupadi just to pacify her, and he also had to satisfy both Bhima and Krishna, who advised killing him. This dilemma was present before Arjuna, and the solution was avoided by Krishna. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta Swami text 53-54, chapter 7, canto 1 of the Srimad Bhagavatam in the matter of the son of Drona punished. Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shilakya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Garagnatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Taruvesha Kipa Sindhu Evacha Patitana Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavani Pashyata Deshatarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Perplexities. How many of you don't face it in life? Huh? So we always come to a point of crossroads, right? Junction point. You know what's a junction? A point which leads to different directions. And then you have a choice which road to take. You want to go to Patal Loka, you want to go to Swarga Loka, you want to go to the Brahma Loka, hang around here in earthly planet. So similarly in our lifetime, we also face certain situations where we are perplexed. What to do? To do or not to do, that is the question. Right? So here is a situation Arjuna has been put into. And the perplexities is that he has to take everybody's consideration. Not that my way, highway, I don't care what your opinion is. Each one of them is a stalwart, and especially the SPG, Supreme Personality Godhead, is right there. He is saying, you also satisfy me. Just see. Huh? So why have we come to Krishna consciousness? To satisfy whom? Me? Aham, mama? Me and my belongings? When I gave last shloka in Bhagavatam here, it was about Lord Brahma. He was doing tapasya. Then he heard that word tapa. So Prabhupada mentions about a particular shloka from Narada Pancharatra. What is that austerity you are doing if you cannot satisfy, please the Supreme Personality Godhead? What is the use of that tapasya? And after you please the Supreme Personality Godhead, why you need to do tapasya? Isn't it? So here is a devotee Arjuna. You can also place yourself in his position. His elder brother and other brothers saying, kill him. His dear wife is saying, no, don't give misery. Because I am anyway miserable, why give misery to Dronacharya's wife? So these kinds of situations when they come, what do we need to do? Acha, there was another situation like this. What was that in Mahabharata? Jayadratha. He also insulted Draupadi. And then they also wanted to kill him. But then again, Draupadi, women are very compassionate, soft nature, Prabhupada says. So then what did they do to him? Because he is brother-in-law, he married Duryodhana's sister. So how he can kill one's own relative like that? So he was dishonored. For a Kshatriya, dishonor is worse than death. But in this case, here is a Brahma Bandhu. He is not a Kshatriya. But the only reason why he was let off, because he was Nihatta. One of the reasons. He doesn't have any weapons. How he can kill somebody who is not having a weapon, not on the chariot? You're not supposed to kill. At the same time, Draupadi, being very compassionate, he said, anyway, I lost my children. And what Dronacharya is not there, so what can the mother do? So what to do? Dishonor him. So that's what they did here with Ashwathama. So these decisions that we take, sometimes we take decision that way, some are displeased. You take decision this way, some are displeased. So how do you please everybody? Can you please everybody? If you go on pleasing everybody, you will be left with nothing. Isn't it? So, in the next shloka, I'll just read out the translation. Just then, Arjuna could understand the motive of the Lord by his equivocal orders, and thus with his sword he severed both hair and jewel from the head of Ashwathama. So what is the key word here? Just then. Justdial.com. Sorry. Why they say just dial? You dial, you get the answer. So what does this mean? Just then. Do you also get these kinds of thoughts? Just then I thought, Prabhu, I'll do like this. Doesn't come, Baba, like that. It takes some tapasya. So here the missing link is what? The key word here is consciousness. Consciousness is the missing link. Why have we come here all for? All of us have come here for what? To find what is the missing link between matter and spirit. So many people are in bewilderment. They are not able to connect matter and spirit together. Spirit does not belong to this world. Matter belongs to this world. And we are stuck in between. So consciousness is the missing link. We have come here to transform our consciousness from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. So Arjuna, being a great devotee, for him just then he thought. For us, we are not even able to decipher what is Bhagavad Gita, what it means. Still we are reading. Still so many big scholars are writing on Bhagavad Gita. Still they are not able to conclude what is Bhagavad Gita. What to speak of Bhagavatam. Isn't it? So, we have come here to elevate our consciousness. We have to become paka in our tapasya. Now, athato, what is the meaning of the word athato? Athato means now, therefore. That means what is gone, gone, over. That life will never come back. How much wasted or fruitful, fruitless, it's all gone. Now at least let us sit down and inquire about Brahman. And when we inquire about Brahman, the spirit, then matter becomes insignificant. Material intelligence becomes insignificant. There are so many people who use the word buddhi. But we have not come here to use buddhi. We have come here to use the word buddhi yoga. Buddhi is contaminated or not? It is mishran with mind and false ego and all that. But pure intelligence is Krishna consciousness. So that is what we have to apply here. Dadami buddhi yogam. Krishna is saying, I will give you pure intelligence. But you have to do tapasya. So when we are taking a decision in life, we have to first of all take shelter. Now here we have this system now, Shiksha Diksha. What is Shiksha? Trying to take shelter of the holy name, taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada, taking shelter of his book, taking shelter of holy name, taking shelter of Prasadam, Sadhu Sangha. So you are still testing. It's not that you have become Pandita in the Shiksha level. So this testing has to be there. We have to also test, no? Well, this is the proper procedure or not? Is the proper process or not? Have I come to the right place or not? But once you understand that you have come to the right place, no dilly-dally. Go ahead. March on. Don't look left and right. Somebody came, didn't come with me, I am alone. Prabhupada said, I went alone to the USA to preach. No one was there to help me. So basically preaching one does alone. When you do your sadhana, you are doing it alone. You have to wag your tongue. You have to hear. You can't expect your neighbor to do that for you. But the atmosphere is there for you, made conducive so that you elevate your consciousness. We are not into nirjana bhajana. We have to have sangha. So to elevate consciousness, to become paka in this process of Krishna consciousness is what we have come here for. And then these decisions will come. How? By taking shelter of Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Krishna is saying here, by citing rulings of different scriptures. Nana Shastra Vitarana. What is that? See, even the Goswamis, they were referring to so many Shastras before writing Nectar, Devotion, Hari Bhakti Vilas and all that. So what about us? Prabhupada has not given us one Shastra. He knew if you sit and read one Shastra, then either become big Pandit or it will go. Only one Shastra na. Only one mantra na. Same old mantra na. That's why he gave variety of mantras. Chant Samsara Dava, chant Namaste Narsimhaya, chant Tulsi Mantra, then sit down to chant Hare Krishna. Right? Variety is the mother of enjoyment. And he gave so many other shlokas. So, Acharya knows what is the need of the hour. What is the need for the time, for the present time, how to mold a person's consciousness. So coming back to decision making, how can you make a decision? First is when you are at the crossroad and you are in such a perplexed situation, what to do, take shelter of these three personalities. Go search. How far is this earth? Simply earth is there, no planet. You can still go to the end of the earth looking for solutions. But then you need not have to go to the end of the earth looking for solutions. It's all there in this one instrument known as mobile phone. So we have to refer to Shastra. Many times we have seen preachers, they are preaching and then they come across some situations where they are not able to answer somebody's question, somebody's query, somebody has put them in a spot. So when they come back to the base and then they open the book, it's right there. How does it happen? That is consciousness. So Krishna is saying, to the extent the person, the devotee is surrendered to me, I reveal myself accordingly. So what does he reveal himself? His form, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. So first you have to take shelter of the holy name. We have to chant our rounds very nicely. It's very important. If we don't chant our rounds nicely, the whole day is a mess and our consciousness is still at the same level. Sometimes some devotees they say, oh, yesterday night I had such a nice dream. Even some karmis they say, we had such nice dream. Krishna came dancing before my eyes and all that. Are you chanting Hare Krishna? Oh, kabhi kar lete hain, naam jap kar lete hain. Krishna is what? He has no other business. You don't chant his rounds and you expect him to come dancing before your eyes in the night dream. That's why first one has to do right proper nama in order to see the roop of the Lord. Is it very attractive, Lord Jagannath? Some devotees early 2000s like that, they used to say, oh, हमको देखा नहीं जाता था जगन्नाथ को, सब काला काला क्या है भगवान, हाथ नहीं पैर नहीं. But after the inputs keep going inside, then they, oh, now Lord Jagannath looks so beautiful. Sometimes people say, what is there? Every day you go to temple. क्या है मंदिर में? वही भगवान है. Same old Lord. But Lord Chaitanya used to go every day. Why? Because he used to see, have darshan of Lord Navanava Rasa. Do you get that Navanava Rasa? Maybe by the dress and all that, Pujari, they do it very nicely. Those who are in the service of dressing. So the whole question is that the consciousness has to be elevated. If we don't elevate our consciousness, we'll get so many of these situations like this in life. So one is, take shelter of scriptures. We have to read Shastra. What does Bhagavad Gita say? What does Bhagavad say? What do the 6 Goswamis, what have they written? They written the Tikas. And then you have your spiritual masters. Whether it's spiritual master or spiritual masters. You can refer. I am faced with such a situation. Now in this planet, we have so many Prabhupada's disciples still living. You can refer to them, approach them. This is my situation, what should I do? Then they'll refer that Prabhupada in this situation said like this, in that situation he said like that. So accordingly you act. But sometimes he may have said that 2 different things for the same situation. Then which one do you receive? Which one do you accept? That also you have to refer. So referring to devotees for situations doesn't belittle you. Does it belittle you? We have to refer. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. These 3 are the very potential weapons to keep our Krishna consciousness secure. And they are the ones who will be there for the next 10,000 years. You want to live that much time? 10,000 years और मजा करना है? No, Baba. 10,000 years, 500 years over, another 9.5 left. No, let this be the last one. No more. Saku saku is samsara saku. You heard that? So, these kinds of situations don't become hatas. Hari Baba, I came here looking for some peace, some mental peace,
happiness. Idhar bhi gadla hai. Here also there is so much gadla. Better let me go back to my peaceful material life. Isn't it? Here also same things. Maramari, this thing, that thing. All look so similar. What is the difference? The difference is there. Just like Prabhupada says, in the spiritual world, there is also difference of opinion. Material world also is there. Nana Muni, Nana Mata. Each one of you are an individual soul. So each one of you want to have your own opinion. Nice, fine. But does not mean that you should take my opinion, otherwise chalte bano. But in spiritual world it's not like that. Each one may be having their own opinion, but the goal is one. That all of them are trying to satisfy Krishna. But here in this material world, when I say my opinion, then what is the goal? My goal. It may take you anywhere. Isn't it? And that opinion should be backed by Shastra. Not that in my opinion, I think so. Prabhupada ever said like that? So Shastra knowledge is very important. Like our mother. For anything you have to go to your mother, your father, your guru. So all these facilities have been given to us so that when Krishna puts us into some kind of perplexities like this situation, He will only give the intelligence. You got the point? He will only give the intelligence how to get out of it. Not that somewhere some thunder, lightning will strike your head and then you'll get enlightenment. No. Krishna will give you situations, He will give you intelligence. Now Baba, get out of it. That situation. Come out of that situation. That is the test. You don't write any exams in Krishna consciousness. This is the test. Maybe every day, every moment, or in very delicate moments. So how to come out of the situations? This is how we should be. First we should be very pakka. If we are not pakka in our consciousness, then let us not get into all these perplexities. Ashwatthama, whatever happened, he went, he gone, what I have to do with it? Let me chant my rounds and be happy. No. If you take responsibilities in Krishna consciousness, then Krishna will give you more of Krishna consciousness. And with that Krishna consciousness, you go on distributing to everybody and still you are full. You are never empty. Anytime you heard somebody become fully empty, Krishna consciousness zero. Has it happened like that? It happened with one Swami. He put his feet on the disciple's head and then the Guru started crying. Today I become zero and you are fully 100%. That missionary Swami. I heard like that in some classes. It doesn't happen like that. Does it happen like that? Then what will happen to those who are in the teaching profession? Every day you are giving knowledge to students. Where you'll end up with? Huh? So knowledge disbursement. The more you give out knowledge, the more will Krishna will fill it with you. Fill up knowledge in your head, in your intelligence. So don't think Krishna consciousness has got a beginning and an end. Krishna has got a beginning and an end. He is no limits. We have to go on doing. Go on accumulating as much as possible. Morning you all go to office? Most of you? Then because you have to have a particular kind of dress, you tuck in your shirt inside to be smart. Like that, tuck in as much as possible Krishna consciousness every day. मौका मिला तो छोड़ना नहीं. Don't leave a moment. Don't spend a moment just like that, whiling away. नहीं यार मैं ऐसे ही गया था टाइम पास करने के लिए. I just went there to the mall to kill time. अरे time what? Time will kill you. You can't kill time. What is the meaning of time pass? Kala is the biggest destroying factor. Kala is the biggest healing factor. So time is so important. So this age what is here I am saying, you are all at the crossroad. Now you decide which way you want to go. Some of you might have decided, some of you are still dilly-dallying, some of you are thinking, soch lenge, let this one situation get over, then I will think. Youth is the crossroad for the human life. And human life is a crossroad for all lives. Right? How do you get out of that chakra, that circle? In the circle, which is the start point, some dot is there. From the dot you take a tangent. That's the word tangent. What is that dot? Human life. Then when you are in the human life, you are at the crossroad. Ab kahan jana hai? Where to go, which loka? You decide. And within the human life, youth life, you decide which way you want to go. That's why before you join this 40 plus club, you better decide what you want to do. Simply don't while away your time like this. You have to decide. Because once you come into that 40 plus club, that's it. अब हमसे कुछ नहीं किया जाएगा. जो करना है तुम लोग करो यार. Isn't it? We look for the wall where I can sit against the wall. Or maybe you need an acharya like Prabhupada who will come and jack all us all. But still he was dealing with youths who were in the 20s, maybe 30s, right? But still you have that generation gap. A 70 plus elderly personality trying to guide 20 plus personalities, youthful personalities. It's not a joke. And especially those who are fully shunyavadis. Right? They didn't know anything about anything. And see how he guided them. And above all, personalities, all tall, 6 feet. Prabhupada is so short. And all his disciples so tall. See how he controlled them. It's not a joke. Not an easy task. Not with a danda he controlled them. But with love and care. Devotee care. But all that doesn't come like that. It comes with the package. Consciousness. So consciousness is what we should be really hankering for. It's not a small thing. It's there, right there from head to foot. So that consciousness to get elevated, Prabhupada has given all these sadhans. Whole day program. Morning program especially. We are taught in our GBC college. If you are a zonal supervisor, you are going to a temple, then you are talking to life members, managers, congregation leaders, what you should ask them? First thing is this. Is your morning program Papa? In the temple. And this morning program is such that need not be only in the temple. It can be even in the house. Isn't it? Mangalarti, chanting, having some simple deity worship, reading Bhagavatam. Does it need a temple atmosphere? A home can be a bhakti kutir. All members of the family can be together. Even in temple to get everybody together is not an easy task. Say even the place where you all stay together. Why do you keep attendance register? Simply, so that there is discipline. Because some may be like that who want to be casual. So this whole morning program is very important. Don't look to your neighbor. He wants some help, certainly help. But your program, you have to finish it. Complete it. And then somebody else seeks some help, you can certainly give. Jivana sarthaka kori, karo paropkar. That karo paropkar is also important for us. But to the extent of my own sadhana, I need to be selfish. Right? So, coming back to this decision making. Sometimes in a group you are there and you have to take a particular decision. So what do? You take opinions first. And don't take sides. Those who take sides, they are indecisive persons. Usually, it's seen like that. Don't take sides. Take opinions. Don't take sides. And then see what is in the best interest of the entire group. And it is backed by Shastra. This is how management happens. It's not that just like there is correction. You want to correct a devotee. Correction can happen in seclusion. Correction can also happen in public. So how do you decide? How do you correct a devotee in public? How do you correct a devotee in seclusion? So all this needs intelligence. The instance is given about Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only in one instance he chastised the devotee openly in public. Vallabha Bhatta. Because he criticized Sridhar Swami's commentary on Bhagavatam. And his explanations were all weird. But at the same time, he also chastised Keshava Kashmiri, but in seclusion, private. So sometimes it is seen that you have to take such kinds of decisions. And then you have to apply your intelligence. So these words just then doesn't come to every one of us like that. If it comes, you are very kono bhagyavanji. Because that is what really Krishna is giving intelligence to the person. So Prabhupada says, you may be having a plan, but you should also understand Krishna has got a plan. And if your plan is Krishna's plan, he'll give the intelligence. Otherwise your plan remains a plan only. So in one sabha, Prabhupada was challenged by some Arya Samaj follower. Why you are coming here, Swamiji, to preach? We know everything. You go somewhere where nobody knows anything about your philosophy. So that the Arya Samaj follower, go to some places where they don't know, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, like that he said. Take up that challenge. Then Prabhupada said, okay, I'll take up that challenge. Then immediately Prabhupada sends a telegram to Brahmananda and Gargamuni Maharajas. Go immediately Pakistan and preach. That was war time, 1971-72. And it seems that Brahmananda Swami got down from the airport in Pakistan somewhere and there was no sadhan, vehicle. He walked 20 miles. And all were saying, Western sadhu in a place like Pakistan. And it became a big news in Pakistan. But then the reception was so cold, and somewhere in some newspaper it came that 4 Hare Krishna Swamis in Western attire got shot down. Somewhere some news came. Then when Prabhupada heard that, he said, hey, everybody, you both come back. So Prabhupada sent a telegram again, come back immediately, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Then Brahmananda Swami is saying, these are the most sweetest words I ever heard in my lifetime. So sometimes you are told to do certain things. It's not that you try to analyze it yourself. Why select me for that job? Baki hai na? Why I should do it? Now why I should do it in this particular mode? Why not in other mode? Then let me also try to see if I can do it in other way. No. Guru Vakya. Finished. Go means go. Not that you become slave. Be a servant with intelligence. Act. But you have to gently follow. Can we do that? Sometimes so difficult. Isn't it? To accept it. But sometimes it becomes so easy. And it becomes so much, in bliss. Oh, I carried out this job so wonderfully. How did it happen? Even I didn't know about it. How does it happen like that? Because of the atmosphere created by the authority, spiritual authority. Sometimes when you are in His presence and you are doing so many things, so nicely it happens. When we have a spiritual authority coming here, everything is so blissful, isn't it? Then everything is happening so nicely. Service is happening nicely. All the programs happening nicely. Festival is happening very nicely. How? My effort? Your effort? Whose effort? Prabhupada says actually, Parama Karuna, Pau Dui Jana, they are running the society, not any one of you. Right? Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, they are running the society. But we are running the society. So this is how it is. So under those circumstances, you have to absorb as much as possible when you are in that association. Take in as much as possible the Krishna consciousness stuff. And then this will happen. Just then I got this idea. Just like Arjuna. Then all things happen like that. And the result we offer to whomsoever we are indebted. Therefore, Don't get perplexed. Why this perplexity is happening to me? I am in a Krishna conscious situation. These tests will come. Those who don't face these tests, there's something wrong with you, Baba. You're not very paka. You don't intend to become paka. Simply have come here for some time pass. So you have to take up challenges. Don't take up weird challenges, but take what is can you take in your stride. Take a step. One step you take. Let me do this project. Let me do this work. If I don't take risk, then why Krishna will take risk with you? Let me try elsewhere with somebody else. Isn't it? Why I have to be in the comfort zone? You know these two zones? Comfort zone and stress zone. In Krishna consciousness is not for comfort zone. Those days are gone, Baba. Comfort zone. You step into Krishna consciousness, real Krishna consciousness, that is stretch zone. Not stress. Stretch, la? Stretch zone. Every day, this festival is over. Oh, I finished this. Now let me relax 1 week. No! Come back again. What's the next program? My Guru Maharaj is telling, one of his god brothers came to him and said, now I did this whole big festival and all that, so I'm thinking of a place where I can retire and spend some peaceful time. Can you suggest to me, Maharaj, where can I go? Oh, you are thinking of stretching out, taking a comfort. What is that? You are thinking of a place to relax. I am saying that Prabhupada gave me 18 or 20 of those projects, how I can fulfill all of them in this lifetime, and you're still thinking how you can take a relaxed life? No, there is no relaxation. Prabhupada relaxed. Maybe for his health reason he would have relaxed. But did he relax in his plans? He says, Krishna is revealing to me so many things, so many plans. I have to grab it. What is that actually grabbing? There is some service available, you grab it. That is mercy. Not that mercy should come dancing to you and on a platter and say, Le lo bhaiya, tumhare liye hai ye. No. You have to grab it. Mahaprasad comes on a plate, there is grabbing. But when service comes to the plate, Prabhu, can you just look into this? I have to go elsewhere. So the whole point is consciousness. Again, coming back to the point. We have come here for this purpose. Whole outside world, they don't know this at all. They all think we are a bunch of crazy people. They don't know what is consciousness. They are also conscious. We are also conscious. What's the difference? What is the missing point? Being conscious. The goal is different. They are conscious of one goal, where it leads them. Prabhupada says, one blind man leading other blind men. What will happen? All will fall into the ditch. But here we are not blind. Here we are the Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Nama. We have come here to open our eyes. And how we open our eyes? Just like we wake up in the morning. We open our eyes with what? Sound. Did you hear anything? Just imagine, I said, just imagine there is no sound in this world. What happens? Whole world is shunya. No sound, shabda. Is there any life to it? So we have come here to hear that shabda, the sound, right from morning when we wake up. The alarm sound, whatever sound you give. Waking up. So from that shabda to this shabda, we are being hearing. We have to hear. This shabda is needed to awaken our consciousness. And Lord Chaitanya gave that. He gave that shabda Brahman. What if he had not given? What if there was no shabda Brahman? Even our first living being, supreme being, Lord Brahma, he also heard that shabda, tapa. And he looking around where this sound came from. So from that shabda down to this earth, this shabda has come. So this shabda is very important. Shabda Brahman. This is awakening call. So many sounds we hear every day. Isn't it? But the sound that we hear here is so potent. And that too it is being heard by this small organ. Ears. You know these ears? How big they are. But every day it's hearing so much sound. How is it able to take it? What does science say? Bhagavatam says the ears are like the sky. Have you seen the sky? Wherever you see, the sky is there. That means that much vishal. The ears are like the sky, vast. So it's able to take that much sound. So which sound we should put inside our system? Mobile sound, honking sound, Hare Krishna mantra sound, Kirtan sound. So this Shabda Brahman is one other aspect which will elevate our consciousness. The most important aspect rather. So we should adapt ourselves to hearing this Shabda Brahman. But nowadays there is some scientific ruling about the decibels. You have to be careful. You have to be careful about the decibels. How much decibels your ear drums can take it. But certainly it can take in your own chanting. Certainly can take in your own kirtan. Even Prabhupada says while reading Shastra, reading should be Shravanam and Kirtanam. You are not reading. Prabhupada is reading to you. And you are hearing. So all of this sadhana is given to us on a platter. What you have to do? Simply take in our mouth and nourish it. Chew it. Chewing is our business. If you don't chew, then how will you get the digested? How will you get the energy? So chewing is our business. Everything else, the previous acharyas have already given everything to us. You have to chew, nourish it, digest it, and get active. And youth life, I tell you, before you join that 40+ club, get active, be active. And the crossroad is there, you have to choose. Actually there is no choosing, you already chosen. Can you turn back, go back? How many of you don't go back? Just in case. Dobara sochunga. Whether I did the right thing or not. There's no turning back. See here the situation. Arjuna with Bhimsena. Hey, kill him. Draupadi, no, spare him. Krishna, you act according to Shastra. These situations are so dynamic. This is a challenge. Karmi says, life is a challenge, take it. Okay, Krishna conscious life is a bigger challenge. The Hare Krishna challenge. Isn't it? What is life if you don't have a challenge? What is that seva if there is no challenge in it? Some are passive, they want to do a quiet Krishna conscious life. But this group cannot be passive. If you are passive, then the whole world will go into sleep mode. Who doesn't like the youths? Everybody likes the youths. You go to political parties, they want youths. You go to a senior citizen club, they want to see youths there. They want to act like youths. So youth is such a vibrant life. Don't miss it. Don't while it away. Or don't take pride in it also. Oh, I am a youth. Arre kuch karo yaar. Do something. Let not the graying start. So this Prabhupada, he caught the youths first. Actually, somebody asked him the question, why Swamiji are you only recruiting youths? Others not there for your Krishna consciousness? Pat came the answer. What about the defense forces? Why they are engaging only the youths? Why don't they recruit other age groups? You just see? So this is intelligence. Only the youths can push forward a movement. Others, they can give nice Upadeshamrita. But pushing is done by youths only. Because they got the vibration. So take in all that vibration in your system. And the best vibration is the sound vibration. When that vibration happens, then the whole body is electrified. Then other things will follow. Mahaprasade, Govinde, and all the things will follow. But if there is no vibration in our body, if there is no fire burning in the heart, then how you can give fire to another person? Vibration creates some electricity, no? Something that what Prabhupada, Rupa Goswami says about fire of devotion. This is the time where the fire should be burning. For the right cause, of course. So fire of devotion. So if you have that fire burning, you can give that fire to others. If it becomes smoke, still bachav hai. Because smoke is symptom of fire. But if it becomes totally off, how difficult it is to get it back. So always keep the fire burning. Don't let it diminish. Don't let it become smoke. Later on it will become smoke. We'll see. But right now, at least the 15-20 years what we have, keep it burning. And set it fire. Set fire everywhere. Catch everyone and everybody. Don't spare anybody. Because your youths know you can be acceptable everywhere. Oh, youths are coming there. Youths are going there. They take pride. Everybody takes pride when youth does some Krishna conscious or spiritual, take to spiritual activities. Some may act crazy, that we don't mind. But youth is a time where you can push forward things. And you will gain entry in most places. Don't hesitate. And especially when they see you in this kind of attire, they'll go even more crazy. Jao. But other stages of life, there may be some restrictions. We are reading in our course, the 4 Kumaras, they came like small kids and they tried to go through Vaikuntha gates. Hi, bacche log, out. Kids not allowed, go. So I was wondering, maybe they made a mistake. Kumaras, coming like kids. They should also have thought, Arey Baba, we're going to Vaikuntha, let's go as a teenager. Not as kids. Kids are not allowed everywhere. So there was interaction. And we have to write the philosophy. Why this interaction happened? Another one of those courses. So children and senior citizens, there are some restrictions. But you youths, you simply bombard. Go write it. Even you go to any political guy, they see youths in this one number like this. The future of my political party. Come, they'll welcome you. When I go to other places, Shimoga and others, the political guys, they come. They just walk in our temple. Hey, Nimali, Jasti youths in Lola. Why, we are not there or what? You don't recruit youths, they ask this question to us. Just see how much they are interested. They are getting old, 60 plus, 70 plus, whatever. And they are hanging on to the sea power. But they want the youths. So therefore, keep the fire burning. Don't let it diminish. Somewhere it will catch fire in somebody's heart. Whether youth or middle age, whatever age, you can only put the fire first in others. Maybe there are others competent enough, but only if they have been doing it from the beginning. Krishna consciousness, of course, is of all ages, but especially Prabhupada emphasized on the youth. Right? Those who were with Prabhupada in 1970s in Mayapur, then Prabhupada was talking about this Vedic planetarium. And they all are looking, only rice fields, paddy fields, and Prabhupada is talking of Vedic planetarium. But now they are saying it's all manifesting. So the vision may be having, the Acharya may be having, would be having the vision. That vision to what do you call? To get it happen, to get it done, that needs youth force. So this is your chance. It's now or never. Hare Krishna. So I like to end here. If you have any questions to ask, you can ask or send a chit also. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. We have heard that you have started many centers in what districts? I don't know the word. We want to hear how you have taken challenges by giving some examples. Please inspire us. That's a 12-year-old history. Well, I was not prepared for it. But a situation was created in Bangalore where we had a stalwart personality who did not gel with the system, and he became independent, and he started doing some independent activities, sitting on top of the hill. So my spiritual authority said, people in Karnataka should not understand that he is the only one doing. We need to also do something. You go and do something. That was way back in 2002. At that time I was not very matured. We had just started this center and we were thinking we had taken Herculean task to do this center. And then I was told to go out. I remember what Prabhupada told Harikesh Swami. Go and preach in Russia. Then Harikesh Swami is giving all reasons. Finally, reason he gave, Prabhupada, I have to eat meat. Damn your consciousness. Go and preach, eat meat and go and eat, preach. So Prabhupada never gave up on that. So actually, I really don't know. Somehow that fire, that's what I was talking about, this fire. That fire came and I didn't actually see left and right. I had to do it. I went all out. Though there were nice devotees with me to help me. But as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, na, Prithvi Tyache Jata Nagar Gramadi Sarvatra Prachar Haive Morna. What does it mean? Somebody is waiting for the holy name in some place. So you have to go and give it. He has to receive it. And then he will do the job. Isn't it? It's not that you are the only planter. Somebody is also waiting for it in some place. Again, Russia. One boy. Right? One boy did everything, so many things in Russia. So I am seeing that in these places, there were some one or two devotee, one or two family who were waiting. Prabhu, we are waiting when we can do something here. Please guide us. So that's how, passing the baton, relay race. You pass on the baton. But Baba, bahut papad belna pada. But I think Guru Krishna mercy plays a very major role here. I really got some nice devotees in those places, and they are very eager to take up things. So it just happened, that's all. But still there is a long way to go. Expansions have to happen. And now it is reached a stage where they are hankering. Now I am feeling more kind of fear than before. Now they are asking, give me more, Anyor. So it's becoming more demanding now. We have some of the preachers here, Trikrama Prabhu. He also goes out. Ask him how much they are hankering for Krishna consciousness. Namge yaru illa helike, bani. So there is one philosophy which came to my mind. Just like this 40 plus club. There's one other philosophy. Don't get stuck up in this love triangle. You know what is the meaning of that love triangle? I just thought of it sometime. Nan mane ide, office ide, temple ide. Saaku stay. This is enough for me. I got my home, my office, my temple. I am stuck up in this love triangle. Don't get stuck up in these three things. Maybe a little tangent, Bhakti Riksha. Hare, go out and preach. So many people are waiting. Actually, this is one kind of Jiva Himsa. Somebody is hankering for Krishna consciousness. If you don't give, then you had it, man. Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, they won't spare you. Okay, Prabhupada. So let us not get stuck up in these things. What to do, Prabhu? I am stuck up in these three things. So you all youths don't get stuck up in this love triangle. I don't know how many of you have jumped that LOC. So go out and do something. Take up something. Some project. Even the karmis, you see, they are doing afforestation, putting plants, they are cleaning up that Balundar lake, it is foaming, and they are cleaning up gutters even. All MNC guys, huh? They are doing all these dirty jobs, keeping the city clean. Once I taken Bhakti Dhira Damodar Swami to Talakaveri. When he saw that Parivesha atmosphere, he's saying, such a clean atmosphere. Because the atmosphere is so clean and the place is so clean, so people here are very clean. I thought, my goodness, pork and wine. That's the staple diet of the inhabitants, of the local residents. But still, you see, they kept the environment so clean. Spick and span. So, what are the previous one I was telling? I forgot. Karmis are doing these projects. But they are not coming here. They think if I clean the gutter, my inside gutter will get cleaned. They don't understand that. Just see, that's why I am saying. Consciousness is the missing link. They are doing so much of that seva. Just turn their consciousness. Hare Baba, think about yourself also. Nice, you feel satisfied, you are cleaning the environment, it's very nice. But Baba, there is something more deeper. And they have the intelligence to think of that. Now, who's going to do that job? You. You have to go and put that into their head. Yes, Bahir Antara Suchihi. Outside, inside should be clean. But there is a higher purpose. Isn't it? Now who's going to give that higher purpose? And all of them are youths. Maybe some senior citizens are involved in some places. But mostly I see the MNC youths. In the paper I see they cleaned up this place. They are putting saplings. They are doing that. All about environment. They are so conscious of the environment. But there is another environment, a bigger environment, and that is the missing link. So that's why I just went out 10 years. I don't know really what I did, if I did at all anything. But you please understand, if you really take up a project, really take up a mission, then Guru Krishna Prasada is always there with you. And those challenges, after you finish a challenge, you said, wow, Hercules. But still there is so much to do. There is so much to do. That's why I said Krishna is, for him there is no beginning, no end. Similarly, service also there is no beginning and end. So don't waste your time, while away your time, just being in the comfort zone. Stretch yourself. You can really stretch yourself. There's no limits to your stretching. Right? Anything else? Yantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji gave such a youthful class for all the youths.